Good morning. Welcome to Longwood High School's Class of 2021 graduation celebration. Members of the Board of Education, Dr. Lonergan, cabinet members, distinguished faculty, staff, parents, family, and friends, thank you for joining us to honor and celebrate the Class of 2021. Wherever you are right now, I sincerely hope and trust you are healthy and well. Parents, grandparents, guardians, I would like to begin by thanking and congratulating you especially. You have provided the love, the support, and guidance that fostered the success of these fine young men and women graduating today. I would also like to thank our Board of Education, Dr. Lonergan, the Class of 2021 student government leadership, district personnel, and the countless members of our community for all that they have done to honor and celebrate this class during these unprecedented times. Let me start by repeating a few of the sentiments I wrote to you, Class of 2021, in your yearbook. I commented that every graduating class truly does leave behind an indelible mark that not only distinguishes them for years to come, but also speaks to the deposit they leave behind for those that follow. It's a legacy, actually, their contribution, and every contribution matters. And every contribution says, we were here, and we are worth remembering. At this defining moment of your lives, Class of 2021, the whole world is holding its breath, believing together that the worst of the COVID pandemic is behind us. Sadly, many of us today, students, parents, and educators alike, have endured painful losses during these last 2 years. Life as we knew it changed for all of us. Those two words, loss and change, aren't favorite words for most of us. However, what we saw in you can be summed up in the words of the author Howard Schultz, who wrote, "In times of adversity and change, we really discover who we are and what we're made of." Class of 2021, we saw who you are, and we saw what you're made of. How interesting that the renewed hope the whole world has today is happening right at this threshold of another big change in your lives. A change you have worked hard for, and a change we believe you are more than ready for. Class of 2021, we believe you to be ready for this change perhaps more than any other class that has preceded you. For you were asked at a very young age to endure things adults twice your age were finding it difficult. And you did. And you sit here today. In all sincerity, Class of 2021, you have earned the respect of all of us, your parents, teachers, and families, for the amazing perseverance and resilience you displayed in the midst of what can only be described as historic adversity. But adversity is, after all, what gave us many of the world's greatest authors and artists, inventors and scholars. It even gave us the greatest generation. I personally say kudos to you students and to your parents for facing and withstanding such a formidable challenge. I think a round of applause is appropriate for all of you, wherever you are, even if it's watching this ceremony from home. I applaud you. As I close, I must say through it all, I'm consoled by my confidence that these difficult challenges have earned you skills, developed your self-mastery, and enhanced your character in ways that will serve you well in areas far beyond your academic pursuits. I am daring to believe all your generation will prove in time these difficult challenges produced remarkable people. Class of 2021, you have left a legacy for those who are following you. Without a doubt, your contribution not only matters, but we today agree, not only were you here, but you are indeed worth remembering. God bless you. Please enjoy the program ahead. At this time, I ask that everyone please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your cap. Please join me as President of the Class of 2021, Ms. Abigail Santiago, and President of Student Council, Ms. Emily Arbuso, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem sung by Senior Christopher DeMeo.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
On behalf of the Longwood Central School District Board of Education, I'd like to welcome everyone to this year's virtual commencement ceremony. I extend this welcome to members of our central administration, to our high school administrators and faculty, and most importantly, to our graduating students, their family and friends. Today is about you, class of 2021, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. We have proudly watched so many of you grow into the fine adults you are today. Over the last 13 years, whether you are an athlete, a musician, an actor, a member of our robotics or mock trial teams, an artist, the class president, or just came to school because your parents told you you had to, you have worked hard to reach this goal, your graduation. We are all so very proud of you, class of 2021. Over the next few years, please find and build your character. Take a stand for those that have fallen. Right the wrongs you know. And build the world that is possible, remembering that the tools you need to do so already lie within each of you. Before I finish, let me give you a little perspective. As you move forward to the lives you have ahead, remember that it is okay to not know what you want to do. It is okay to change your mind. Once, twice, or 5 times. As someone who started college at age 25, graduated at 29, then worked for 10 years, started law school at age 39, graduated with my Juris Doctor degree at age 43, please know that you do not need to know what you want to do with your future in this very moment. It is okay to not know. It is okay to change your mind. As author George Eliot wrote, "It is never too late to be who you might have been." Let today mark the first day of who you wish to be, whether that's forever or it changes. It is okay. It is unfortunate that the last year and a half of your schooling here in Longwood was marked with sadness, the unknown, frustration, and loss. But your memories and your successes are much larger than any pandemic. Combine the education you obtained in our school buildings with the nurturing love of your community in which you were raised, and you are well prepared to take the next steps in your lives. Whether you seek a career or attend college, I ask all of you to take those steps confidently. Your school district and community are so very proud of all of you. You are resilient. You are adaptable. You are our hope. On behalf of the Board of Education, I'd like to congratulate you all and wish you the best of luck going forward. I have no doubt that you will make us proud. Please carry the Longwood pride, spirit, and heart with you wherever you go. Congratulations, class of 2021. We will miss you all. Thank you. It is my pleasure to introduce Abigail Santiago, President of the class of 2021.
I begin this speech with an overwhelming sense of gratitude. These past 13 years at Longwood have taught me so much, and for that, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to the staff, teachers, and administration who have guided us in our journey to this point and who have worked to prepare us for what life has to bring. I would personally like to thank my parents, family, and friends for all they have done and continue to do for me. And with that, if you know me, you know I hate endings. Endings range in many different forms, from the end of an enjoyable day that you have been planning for months, the end of a summer, the end of a relationship or friendship, the end of a good book that you just couldn't seem to put down, the end of a car ride you were just beginning to enjoy because a perfect song finally came on, the end of movies. I even hate the end of Rocky. Sure, he went the distance, but 14-year-old me could not comprehend that the hard work he put in amounted to nothing, as he walked away defeated by the one and only Apollo Creed. The more people discovered my dislike for this 1976 film, the more they insisted the reason I didn't enjoy it was because I have yet to watch the sequels. And if you see where I'm going with this, yes, I did learn a valuable life lesson from a movie I don't even like. Standing here currently, I have still not watched a single other Rocky movie, as I'm still recovering from my disappointment with the first, although I do know he arises victorious at some point. All in all, I think the reason I hate endings so much is because in the past I have struggled to let go and accept that some doors do come to a close. I have struggled to comprehend that sometimes the endings we wish for and work towards are not the ones that we will witness. I have struggled to understand that the end of the chapter in this life is only the beginning of a new one. Growing up with this class has been nothing short of a privilege. I don't think any of us knew that random kids within a certain mile radius of a building would end up becoming friends for life. As our part here at Longwood comes to an end, I encourage you to seek the beauty in the new beginning ahead of you, to be open-minded towards the sequel, to embrace whatever challenges you are faced with, and to continue to learn and grow into the person you are. 2,103,796 minutes. The amount of time we have had here over the past 4 years is a very long time compared to the 15 rounds Rocky and Creed fought for. But during each of these time frames, defining moments occurred. The loss Rocky is faced with is what encourages him to eventually return to fight Creed once again. The moment of losing for Rocky was only more motivation towards getting even better. Over our 2,103,796 minutes here, a lot has happened. One day we were freshmen, watching the seniors leave, wishing that could be us. And now, here we are. Somewhere during the good, the bad, and the ugly, we grew up. Our time here helped to shape us into the people we are today, as we discovered our likes, dislikes, hobbies, friends, and so much more. We faced certain challenges that would lead us into the next chapter of our lives. Within the 2,103,796 minutes here, our class was faced with a lot. We endured more trials, if I may brag, than any other class in Longwood history. We learned to adapt as we lost the things we had once grown comfortable with. I know most of us try not to talk about the global pandemic we lived through, but I think we can all agree it taught us a lot about ourselves and cherishing what we have while we still have it. And although we're not losing a boxing match now, I know some of us do feel a loss in some way as we look towards our next step, an end perhaps. But I encourage you to take what it is you feel and use that as your motivation to keep learning, growing, and pursuing what it is you long for, even if you don't get it right away. Rocky Balboa would tell you, most success comes from a hard slog of resilience, not a dramatic victory. And if 14-year-old me understood that was a major theme they were trying to portray throughout the movie, I believe my opinion would have been very different. All in all, as I learned endings aren't so bad, I do believe this is an end that we should celebrate together. So to the class of 2021, congratulations. I wish you all nothing but the best as your journey continues into the next chapter of your life. And now I feel there are only 2 words for me to end this speech correctly. The end.
Good morning. Firstly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the administration and staff of Longwood for even being able to put together a graduation ceremony in the first place. Given the circumstances of last year leading into this one, nobody was sure if we would be here in any capacity at all, and I applaud Longwood's efforts in being able to provide us with the opportunity to gather in celebration this week. Secondly, I would like to thank the friends and family of all the graduates here for taking the time to congratulate us. I can surely say your guidance and support gave us the footing we needed to kickstart our futures. But most importantly, I would like to thank you all, the people that made this happen, the graduating class of 2021. Everyone here graduating alongside me has worked together to foster a phenomenal community to grow up in, even through the most difficult of circumstances. And each and every one of you has made more impact on my life than you will ever know. Speaking of these difficult circumstances, I think that it's time for me to address the elephant in the room that had managed to take over the world. To say that the pandemic was a mess would be the understatement of the year. I mean, let's think back to all the struggles we students had to face. For getting to join a Google Meet, forgetting to leave a Google Meet, remembering whether that one assignment was due at 11:59 or 7 o'clock the next morning, trying with all your might not to just give up on the curriculum when it turns out the teacher had forgot that they were muted for 10 minutes, or not presenting at a very critical time in the curriculum, or worst of all, forgetting to mute yourself during the Google Meet. We answered the question, I'm in attendance and have checked in on my teacher's Google Classroom so many times that it feels like a blood pact at this point. These mix-ups all added up, though, and we had no organization because the whole system that we have been living in for the past 4 years was flipped on its head, and communication was at an all-time low on all fronts in the education process. But somehow we made it all work. Some may look from an outside lens and argue that we students had it easy because of how often we were not in school. But that completely discounts the stress to each and every student that they had to face, juggling how hectic school was alongside some of the most important actions in their lives, such as learning how to drive, SATs and ACTs, deciding on a college, and much more. To throw in some numbers, I actually went out and conducted a study in which I included a survey where students rated their stress levels on a scale of 1 to 10 on both a typical school year and this year for comparison. And the ratio of students with stress levels 8 or above is nearly double for this year than the ratio for the average year. So now that we've established how much we really had to deal with, I think it's far more impressive how we were able to make it here today. We needed perseverance, advocacy, strength of mind, strength of character, leadership, and discipline to get to this point. Even if we had the incredibly unfortunate luck to go through this trying time, on the positive side, think of the massive bragging rights we have now. Who else can say that they graduated high school after almost half of it was spent during a global crisis? Our children and grandchildren are going to hate us because of how we raised the bar. It's no longer going to be back in my day we had to walk 10 miles to get to school. It's going to be back in my day we had to go through school during an epidemic. I think that's the big takeaway from all this, though, not the epidemic stuff, but flipping negatives into positives. If we never look for the bright side in things, how are we ever going to see them? Now, I'd love to give you some more examples of that, but I'll be honest with you, it's not something I'm great with, and it's something I need to work on myself. This right here is a prime example of where to start, though, because at the end of the day, the events that transpired over this school year have only gone to show how incredible and resilient everyone here is. When I say that there was a phenomenal community fostered within these school walls, I mean it. I cannot express from speaking to them every day how intelligent, hardworking, sociable, multi-talented, and kind our class is. These young adults stood head-on to one of the most challenging high school experiences ever and found themselves go into the best colleges with the strongest passions and the brightest futures that I could ever imagine. The great GPA race which put me in this position was so close that there is a line of people that, given the slightest tweak of events, would be here in this time slot instead of me. When I tell you it was intimidating sharing the same classrooms with you all, I seriously felt inadequate a lot of the time. But now this is where I've learned to start finding the bright side of things, because I wouldn't be nearly as successful today if I didn't find myself in those classrooms. I learned most of all from the examples that you, my peers, have set for me. By being as intelligent, hardworking, sociable, multi-talented, and kind as you all are, you have shown me what I should aspire to be. Trying to keep up with the models you set has been the push I have needed to bring me to this point in life, and has made me a much better person. I have you to thank for the direction and motivation of capabilities I never even knew I had, and I only hope that I could have the same effect on you all. So now that we look forward to college and beyond, where we can truly test the upper limits of our characters, such as how badly can I mess up my sleep schedule before it becomes too much? How badly can I mess up my eating habits before it becomes too much? How long can I not do my laundry before it becomes too much? How big of a social life can I maintain before it becomes too much? And even how much of a workload can I handle before it becomes too much? We really try and discover ourselves, even if that was something people were telling us to do for years now. Even if we have yet to find a passion. Even if college isn't working out for us, even if college is for us to begin with. We try because we have already proven to ourselves that we are exceptional and resilient. We push the limits of what we can do because we aspire to keep going forward and becoming better. And considering what you guys have already faced with such success, I'm confident you will not be slowing down anytime soon. I know that given what we've already seen, many of you are scared for the future. I, for one, will say I'm terrified. In the past couple of months, I have been more unsure of myself than I've ever been. So I'd like to leave you with this last piece of advice to anyone along the way who feels any doubt, any fear, or any insecurity in their future. Be happy. That should be your only objective in life. And once you figure out how to maintain that happiness, success will have already found you. However, I, a little bit selfishly, am going to ask one more thing of you all. Please never stop being the beacons of aspiration, motivation, and hope that have brought me this far. Live your life to that standard, because I know that if you do, you will inspire numerous others to live by that example and give them that push that they need to do better, myself included. I am eternally grateful for all that you have done and all that you will do. So I will close my speech with the same words painted this year on the mural in our school. Our lasting mark on this school, and a message that shows who we are, who we will be, and who we will inspire others to be. Longwood strong. Thank you, everyone, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you all valedictorian Emily Arbuso.
Everybody here deserves a major round of applause. Graduating in a normal year is already a huge accomplishment, but especially with the roller coaster that was the last 16 months, we should all be extremely proud of ourselves. This year has presented unique challenges that few graduating classes have had to experience, and the fact that we survived and succeeded in over a year of being quarantined, attending online school, not seeing our friends and family, and experiencing an extremely different senior year than what we expected and hoped for is extremely impressive. I would like to take some time to thank all of the people that have made a profound impact on me and who have helped me get to this day. First, I'd like to thank my incredible parents who sacrificed so much to make sure that I had as many opportunities as I could and who have been so selfless and supportive in the entirety of my life. Next, to my sister Alyssa, who is my biggest inspiration and role model. Thank you for always taking the time to help me with school, college essays, and any problems I had, even when it would make you stay up a few extra hours. To my brother Mikey, who has been there to cheer me up and talk to me whenever I needed to, I thank you so much. Next, to some of our teachers. Mr. Grossman, thank you for giving your students a place to express their opinions without judgment, and in particular, for helping me to develop my passion for history. Mrs. Hall and Mr. Lehane, thank you for helping to build your students' confidence in a subject that can be very scary. Mr. Ross, thank you for showing us the true meaning of learning and for helping me to fall back in love with reading and writing. Mr. Suarez, thank you for giving us hope for the future of our planet and for showing us that we have the power to help save it. Ms. Giusti, there are no words that can express how grateful I am to have had such a supportive and understanding teacher. Thank you for being that for me and for so many other students. Mr. Tapia, thank you for introducing me to the complex history of our world and for showing us how important learning it is in order to correct the problems that exist in our society today. All of my teachers throughout these 4 years have dedicated so much of their time and energy into giving their students the best education possible and inspiring them to love learning. And they were absolutely successful in those efforts. You have helped us all to love learning. I'd also like to thank Mr. Walcott, who is one of the most supportive, helpful, and reliable people I have ever met. Thank you to the entire Longwood travel staff, who made my first time traveling outside of the country one of the most fun and rewarding experiences of my life. To Mrs. Montesano, Mr. Caz, and Ms. Ortiz, who have worked tirelessly as our class government and council advisors, I thank you so much. And lastly, to all of the staff in this district, custodians, aides, bus drivers, advisors, administrators, and everyone here, thank you for making things easier so that the rest of us can take advantage of all of the opportunities that this district has to offer. These people, along with so many others, have helped me to realize some influential truths throughout my time at Longwood. I thought I'd share a few of those ideas with you all today. The first being that there is more to learning than just grades. Learning is about personal growth and using the knowledge that you gain from a class and applying it outside of the classroom in order to make positive change. A number on a test or a grade on an essay does not mean that you haven't learned, and it doesn't mean that you can't. If this year has taught me anything, it is that we need to be more proud of ourselves. We had to do all of the hard work that being a senior includes: college applications, SATs, tests, and a lot of other really difficult things without the fun stuff to help us get through it. We didn't even get to cheat at Olympic night. A lot of us were really hard on ourselves for not feeling like we did enough studying, for not feeling like we put in enough effort. In reality, we were forgetting to be proud of ourselves for the stuff that we had already accomplished, like being able to get up at 7 a.m. for a Google Meet. Graduating today is a testament to that idea. Next, as cliche as this sounds, appreciating the little things in life is super important. If I could go back and change anything about my years in high school, it would be to spend more time in the present and appreciate the things that go on there, whether that would have been going to get ice cream after a school event or staying an extra hour at the Stay Awake-a-thon. The little things help to keep us happy and motivate us in our pursuit of much bigger goals. Finally, I have learned the reward that comes from working hard. It's not the perfect formula to ensure that everything you want to happen does happen, that's for sure. But working hard towards your goals builds resilience, and it's so gratifying to see something that results from hard work. It will certainly not yield perfect results every single time, but the beauty in that is that it teaches you how to bounce back from failure or discouragement. And as we're moving on to a completely new part of our lives, it's really comforting to know that we have some control over what happens in it. To end with that idea, I'd like to share some words that continuously motivate me. In the paraphrased words of the great philosopher Nicki Minaj, you know what inspires me? Fearlessness, drive. Don't you ever complain about hard work. Work hard, it pays off. Thank you, and I wish everyone the best of luck in the future.
Mrs. Blizzard McGrath, members of the Board of Education, and Dr. Lonergan, the Longwood High School administration certifies that these students have met the requirements prescribed by the Board of Education in accordance with the laws of the state of New York and are qualified to receive their diplomas as graduates of Longwood High School. Will the class of 2021 please rise? It is with distinct honor and pride that I present the class of 2021 to Ms. Blizzard McGrath and to the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Michael R. Lonergan.
I accept the recommendation from the administration of Longwood High School and recommend that the Longwood Board of Education approves the awarding of these diplomas.
On behalf of the Board of Education, I have accepted the recommendations from the high school principal and the superintendent of schools.
Emily Arbuiso. Gavin Stumpf. Zoe Smith. Brian Dobb. Nicole Spiria. Emily Bulger. Joshua Archibald. Anthony Caracciolo. Scarlett Downing. Kaylee Kellerman. Riley Kruger. Michaela Lecce. Hannah Merkel. Trinity Miller. Kaylee Mooney. Skylar Howe. Abigail Santiago. Robert Lennon. Ashley Jones. Amber Caldas.
Hi, my name's Amber Caldas, and I want to thank my mom for being my rock through it all. I wouldn't be here without her.
Olivia Corsino. Alyssa Amato. Victoria Aristilde. Vanessa Orig. Bridget Black. Aaron Burke. Alex Carmona. Daniel Chin Sway. Ashley Malella. Jordan Coles. Tecia Crenshaw. Joshua Dannenberg. Kaylee Davis. Leah Dawson. Christopher DeMeo. Megan Diem. Anthony Dimmock. Andrea Dinnis. Matthew Dragotto. Caitlin Dubritz. Abby Felician. McKenna Fenimore. Michael Flores Morales. Lexi Gabrinowitz. Carla Garcia Matute. Amanda Gentile. John Gross. Kyle Hanner. Amanda Heaslip. Brianna Heaslip. Kyla Hayward. Brendan Hoy. Michaela Ingram. Kayla Jackson. Justin Jean Francois. Maya Jean Francois. Carly Jung. Mary Kiefer. Nicole Kelly. Emily Knopf. Jessica Connick. Madeline Leathers. James Lenahan. Isabel Lewis. Michael Lieberman. Kyle Lurker. Madison Lombardo. Yesenia Lopez. Christian Lawrenson. Ryan Makowski.
Stony Brook, here I come! Ah! Oh, jeez!
Rachel Mandaro. Brianna Manderson. Ayana Marsh. Zainab Masood. Joseph McDonald. Nicole Melman. Jack Mendez. Brianna McCuckey. Dylan Miller. Zachary Miller. Amanda Missing. Megan Monahan. Reese Moran. Kayla Myers. Thalia Neal. Brooke Nicotri. Alyssa Pachuta. Lucas Patton. Kaylin Penny. Alessandra Porras. Amanda Rakatoa Rivoni. Tiffany Ramos. Noah Ratmer. Giselle Roan. Wendy Rojano. Victoria Rumiliotis. Gaurav Saini. AJ Samsunder. Sabrine Shigri. Derek Sperling Jr. Chloe Stevens. Imani Stoddard. Vanita Sutar. Maren Taylor. Karina Tanaro. Madeline Thomas. Paula Ermansky. Noelle Velarde Lynch. Haley Vitale. Amber Wakowiak. Brian Wasmer. Emily White. Theodora Wiener. Julianne Wilson. Justin Yankov. John York. Ashley Young. Kareem Zaidan. Camilla Zugal. Esmeralda Acevedo Velasquez. Hannah Burlew. Gabriele de Oliveira Tavares. Anna Di Piazza. Gina Donofrio. Byron Adlam. Kevin Borgia. Hunter Byrne. Michael Capiello. Brianna Carroll. Damour. Amaya DiGiose. Jonathan Fisher. Samantha Unitas. Aaron Berry. Gianna Di Benedetto. Joao Arthur Pasos. Natalia Acosta Fernandez. Phoebe Engelhardt. Juliana Kalki. Michael Marciano. Tiana Mackenzie.
Hi, my name is Tiana Mackenzie, and I'm so happy that I'm graduating from Longwood High School.
Thomas Gallagher. Ashton Hololob. Declan Kirby. Cheyenne Mancuso. Angelina Milisi. Kiernan Urso. Nitasha Vinson. Delana Ratchford. Soraya Adams. Jeremiah Adijaya. Mitzel Aguilar. Anthony Aiello. Joseph Alessi. Amber Alfo. Mireille Alfred. Zachariah Alacock. Adamar Alvarado. Kieran Amon. Diana Angeles Chavez. Emily Araujo. Brian Ariano. Cleofe Argueta Franco. Anthony Arredondo. Luis Augello. Rania Avalos. Salim Etar. Babbage. Angeline Bailey. Dennis Bannon. Christian Barone. Madison Batista. Sharon Batmaz. Bianca Bazan. Chaslyn Beard. Jamal Bellarge. Joshua Bell. Emma Bellissimo. Emily Belsha. Miguel Beltran. Evan Bennett. Leilani Bennett. Aubrey Perdue. Morgan Bertoni. Julianne Bianco. Kayla Bijou. Tyler Billy. Jacqueline Biondolio. Shoshana Blaschuk. Paul Bollettieri. Jenna Bongiorno. Melody Boogertman. Ashley Bosworth. Devin Bronskill. Kevin Brennan. Andrew Prasachnik. Anthony Prasachnik. Lanae Brown. Sean Brown. Nathaniel Brown Perez. Meadow Buitrago. Michael Berghardt. Zachary Burns. Olivia Butler. Monet Byroms. Ryan Cacapardo. Akasha Cadet. Joseph Calderon. Kayla Callahan. Cassandra Camacho. Olivia Camarda. Chase Campbell. Frank Campo. Emery Khan. Eunice Khan. Natalie Capayan. Julia Caputo. Gabrielle Carbo. Michael Carrasco. Janacia Carroll. Kyla Carter. Michael Caserta. Anley Casimir. Bridget Cassidy. Jose Castro Romero. Durson Cottlebus. Brandel Serta Defoe. Dominic Savone. James Chant. Mesli Chavez Gonzalez. Gurleen Chinapen Singh. Henry Chirino Fuentes. Josiah Christensen. Kylie Sirigliano. Stevenson Cleosier. Noella Lavoie. Jacob Coda. Evan Coffey. Joseph Kalau. Savannah Cole. Elijah Coleman. Olivia Collins. Joseph Cordaro. Devin Cortez. Maximus Cravero. Luis Crawford Rosado. Tiana Crenshaw, Jordan Crosby, Rachel Crossan, Tyler Crump, Manuel Cruz, Quinn Daly, Soraya Darden, Sasha Dawson Walker, Sarah Dean, Carmen Delaney, Savannah Della Posta, Tyler DeMarco, Jack Dempsey, Jonathan Denise, Erica Dennis, Desmond Dent, Denise DePaz, Daniel Diamond, Justin Diaz, Isabella DiCorrado, Hunter Dillon, Kayla Marie Demonlig, Francesco Domenico, Felicia Diorio, Sarah DiPiazza, Caitlin Dixon, Lori Dorisman, Trent Dowling, Connor Doyle, Jalen Drury, Catherine Duran, Dylan Earl, Michael Eberhardt, Savannah Eccles, James Edwards, Mia Eisenberg, Shakura Elam, Shania Elam, Alexis Emmington, Edward Erdman, Espinal. Robinette Espinal. Alessio Esposito. Emily Every. Christopher Fajardo. Ethan Farrell. Matthew Farrell. Haley Fashella. Cameron Finer. Joshua Feliciano. Emily Venezia. Cody A. Ferrara. Logan Ferrari. Ryan Fichter. Sean Fielkowski. Kennedy Finch. Stephen Finocchiaro. Brandon Fitzpatrick. Christian Flores Archaga. Anthony Fedorowski. Victoria Forgione. John Forlano. Jordan Fowler. Ryan Fox. Darius Freeman.
After high school, I will be attending St. Joseph's College as a computer science major.
Imani Freeman. Morgan Gallo. Mia Galuzzo. Joshua Ganes. Astrid Garcia. Osman Garcia Blanco. Kimora Garnett. Nicholas Garoni. Gabriela Garrido. Dora Gaston. Adriana Gavin. Mario Geffrard. Kayla Janelle. Julie Girardi. Liliana Germain. Janine Getz. Jet Giglione. Max Goldberg. Evangelina Gomez. Azucena Gonzalez de la Cruz. Ashley Gordon. Giovanni Gauthier. Ngim Lee Gauss. Luis Granados II. Taja Grant Baker. Brianni Green. Brandon Greenberg. Gabriella Grease. Cole Grossman. Jaden Haley. Serenity Hampton. Aben Hack. Ryan Harders. Julia Harrigan. Brianna Harris. Jaden Harrison. Melissa Hathaway. Josiah Hademark. Shantae Headley. Joseph Healy. Madison Heydrich. Joseph Hamburger. Kayla Henderson. John Herbst. Jeremy Hercule. Chelsea Hernandez. Kevin Hernandez Aviles. Gerardo Hernandez Vides. Luke Heron. Devon Hindelang. Rachel Hines. Adrian Hinton. Logan Hodgins. Michael Holmes. Xenia Holmes. Jeffrey Howard. Jaden Hubbard. Rihanna Huffman. Kobe Hughes. Olivia Hurd. Dominic Curran. Sean Ibello. Obina Ifudu. Ogachukwu Ifudu. Nicholas Ingria. John Intrieri. Sharice Jackson. Eliza Jaffrey. Muhammad Jamal. Taya Johnson. Tina Johnson. Jared Jones. Kyle Jones. Ashley Josephsek. Angela Yucamaracho. Jacob Caton. Caitlin Kearns. Diana Khan. John Kinney. Danielle Kohler. Christian Kirchie. Veronica Courtwright. Daniel Kostyuk. Kenneth Krieb. Emily Kondrot. Mariana Labidi. Ariana Lagala Ryan. Luke Lamara. Pedro Laracuente Dorado. Anthony Lavadera. Merlin Lazala. Janaili Lazala Garcia. Brandon Leal. Amarian Lagon. Bianca Leon. Nicholas Licciardi. Linda Lynn. Vincent Lynn. Anastasia Lizagobenko. Damian Lowe. Michaela Lombardi. Jordan Long. Emily Loper. Austin Lopez. Amoris Luna. James Lynch. Moyne Mack. Jonah Magnus. Maha Mahmood. Brianna Bankin. Nathan Maldonado. Courtney Malfer. Jordan Mancuso. Angela Marciano. Nina Marcus. Melissa Marquez. Michaela Marshak. Cody Marshall. Allison Martell. Elijah Martinez. Dairy Martinez Ordonez. Diana Martinez Paz. Joanna Martinez Paz. Hector Martinez Santos. Daniela Martucci. Gianna Martucci. Lenny Matthias. Michael Mateo. Kayla McCall. Nizer McClary. Tanya McCormick. Megan McDermott. Dylan McAvoy. McFarland. Amelia McGee. Jaden McGill. Aaliyah McLean. Amberlyn Medina. Dylan Mice. Axel Mejia. Karam Mejia Ventura. Stacy Menjivar. Timothy Metcalf.
I didn't.
Jason Mushki. Colin Michaels. Kylie Miller. Shania Minter. Khalil Mitchell. Lucas Mogadam. Malachi Malloy. Alexandria Monette. Liam Monfett. Bianca Montero. Isela Montes Estrada. Adrian Morales. Andrew Morales. Giovanna Morales. Justin Morales. Kelvin Morales. John Morales Bullocks. Sarani Morel Kaba. Alicia Morning. Abby Morton. Samantha Moschia. Jakeem Moy. Michael Mustia. Natural Murphy. Guy Kai Murray. Michael Murrow. Christopher Myers. Angelica Nashmula. Zachary Napolitano. Edgar Navarro Valentin. Justin Navia. Aiden Nyman. Emily Nemeth. Maya Newkirk. Zai Nimmo. Jackie Nix. Girani Nix. Elio Nitza. Dylan Nugent. Jacniel Nunez Maldonado. Melanie Nunez Matute. Kylie O'Brien. Christopher O'Connor. Justin Oglesby. Alexis O'Keefe. Braden Olive. Justin O'Neill. Christina Ortiz. Michael Otto. Mustafa Osgulsat. Vincent Piony. Anthony Paulillo. Juliana Parisi. Zara Parson. Paul Pashuta. Kaylee Pecoraro. Zachary Pellick. Nariel Pelzer. Joseph Perez. Sandoval Perez Lucero. Julia Persampiri. Olivia Pfeiffer. Adele Phillips. Jamira Phillips. Zachary Phillips. Mia Piazza. Jaden Pierre Lewis. Tyler Pike. Nicholas Polinan. Janet Pren. Christopher Presley. Alexandria Pristilli. Nicholas Procida. Andrea Quick. Kenneth Quimby. Olivia Quinones. Gabriel Quintanilla. Marixel Ramirez. Trey Ramnarine. Jaylin Ramos. Victoria Reedway. Taylor Riley Dixon. Tristan Renner. Eliezer Reyes. Emmanuel Reyes. Jacqueline Reyes Polillo. Ryan Reynolds. Sydney Rivas. Luis Rivera Lozada. Tegan Robady. Darius Robinson. Alexis Robles. Ariana Rodriguez. Brianna Rodriguez. Fernando Rodriguez. Kiara Rohan. Jared Roman. Ryan Romero. Stephanie Romero. Denasia Rose Welch. Connor Rossbotham. Thomas Rossi. Edward Rother. Alexis Russell DeAngelis. Christopher Ryan. Louis Sacconi. Anthony Salvatore. Brielle Samuels. Edwin Sanchez Rodriguez. Madison Sanders. Aliyah Santiago Halikias. Mohammed Sarwar. Christopher Scaturo. Jason Scheckman. Nicholas Shiner. Joseph Shanice. Riley Schrankel. Ryan Schultz. Savannah Schultz. Alexander Schultz. Miranda Schweers. Jordan Score. Thomas Seeley. Eliana Segovia Anderson. Gianna Salito. Owen Shapiro. Christopher Shivers. Jason Short. Dove Sieglinger. Erica Seiler. Elijah Simmons. Manhar Singh. Ryan Singleton. Daniel Slavic. Aya Sleem. Bradian Snyder. Rafael Solano. Victor Solis. Rian Sonilal. Kyle Spazio. Brandon Spezzano. Philip Stallone. Christian Stearns. Jesse Stevenson. Corey Stevenson. Lexine Stewart. Summer Stone. Clayton Stowell. Ricardo Straber. Sean Swazitsky Jr. Dorsey Tagg. Ryan Tardif. Nashawn Taylor. Georgiana Tedesco. Tyler Tennety. Troy Terry. Kylia Tharp. Abide Thomas. Leston Thompson. Brielle Tillman. Jose Tomax. Zilla Todd. Alia Torres. Henry Torres Delgado. Gabriela Tranchese. Rogelio Trejo. Hunter Tufano. Andy Turkaj. Adrian Urbano. Zachary Vaccaro. Adriana Van Sickle. Natalia Vanegas. Dana Vargas Reyes. Tommy Vasquez. Gabrielle Velez. Thomas Ventimiglia. Anastasia Verso. Olivia Verso. Philip Verso. Alexander Vateri. Eric Villamar. Logan Virouette. Brooke Visser. Brandon Wagner. Jordan Wallace. Shanique Wallace. Jada Washington. Xavier Washington. Carlin Watkins. Ryan Watson. Jacob Webb. Alexa Webster. Christine Webster. Justin Webster. Brian Weeks. Emma Weldon. Amira Wells. Kalia Wetzel. Dimitri White. Alexander Whitmore. Nadia Wilkinson. Amya Williams. Jamari Williams. Jonah Williams. Kayla Williams. Messiah Williams. Soleil Williams. Zanya Williams. Sean Wilson. Corey Winkler. Kyle Witkowski. Nicholas Wright. Victoria Winter. Gary Yander. Mariah Young. Vincent Zambri. Angel Zamudio Mogion. Gabriela Zarake Morales. Kaylee Zarzana.
Will the class of 2021 please rise? Now, using your left hand, please move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. I now declare you graduates of Longwood High School. Congratulations.